Estamos transmitiendo en vivo, en directo, ladies and gentlemen. We are live, ladies. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning. By the morning, we are officially live once again on your favorite page, Imperiobnb. And today is Tuesday of interview, and I have a really good guest to present to all of you. He's one of my heroes in the Airbnb world. So a big round of applause for the one and only Mr. Daniel Rusteen. Daniel, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on.
No, hey, good to have you here. It's a really special occasion. Like I said, hey, I follow you, I follow Brian Page, I follow everybody who is in the Airbnb world, especially like outside of Mexico, because in Mexico, in Latin America, I haven't met no one still in the Airbnb world, right? So that's why I'm like super excited.
You're it.
Having here, but
you're it there.
Guys, see, hey, I am making my way exactly. Let's hope that I get into the level of the big leagues. So let's start how it should be, guys. If this is the first time that you're seeing one of our microcasts, type the number 1 down below in the comments. If you have seen us before, well, let's type the number 2. In case that this is the first time that you're seeing one of my microcasts and you don't know me, well, let me introduce myself. My name is Sergio Mohar. I'm your short-term rental leader, helping you to start or scale your Airbnb business. And today the camera is gonna be for the one and only Mr. Daniel. So let's jump directly to you, Mr. Daniel. I'm gonna turn off my camera in here. Let's put it up, so we don't get distracted. There we go. So, Daniel, pues tell us a little bit about yourself, how you started in the Airbnb world, what's up? Let us know everything.
Okay. I first heard about Airbnb in my kitchen when I was unemployed in December 2012. I was making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and my roommate tells me, I'm telling him about my job search, and he tells me about this company I might like based on how I told him I like to travel. And he's like, it's called like Airbed and Breakfast. And so I look it up, and sure enough, it clicks for me right away. And I send him an email and I say, hey, I'm interested. I'm a CPA at the time. I still am, accountant in America. And they say, great, come on in for an interview. So I'm good at interviewing. I'm really good at interviewing. I've read books on it. I know what to say. I know the questions to press in on. I went in for an interview and they said, thanks, but no thanks. So I said, all right, but that's fine. I knew I was going to work there. As soon as I walked in, I thought, wow, this is a great company. The atmosphere was so jovial. I believe in the company. So I left by my own accord, but I stayed in touch with my recruiter, and 3 or 4 months went by. A different position opened up. She actually reached out to me and she said, hey, we have this position. Do you want to interview for it? I said, yes. And I interviewed for it. And this time I got the job in around June 2013.
Nice. So officially you work for Airbnb.
I've basically been, yeah, I worked for Airbnb in the accounting department and the local operations departments.
Nice.
Yeah, ever since then, my life has been, it's just been increasing Airbnb. I became a host eventually. Nowadays, in 2018, I wrote the best-selling book for Airbnb hosts. I started a YouTube channel doing Airbnb stuff. I work with Airbnb hosts and write about Airbnb and read Airbnb news on a daily basis. And in fact, I'm speaking to you now from an Airbnb that I'm living at in Saigon, Vietnam, over 1,000 nights as a guest on Airbnb. So I come at it from all angles. In addition, I did say I'm also a property manager.
Nice. So you got the whole package in there. That's really good. So I just shared, for example, the link of Optimize My Airbnb. What's Optimize My Airbnb?
This company came up the year after Airbnb employment. I worked at a Airbnb property management company. And I had a salary, but I also had a bonus based on the revenue that the company brought in. So my objectives were make as much revenue as possible. Part of it was I got more listings, but another part of it at the time was we had bad listings, as every property manager does. And I thought I was incentivized to figure out how we could get these listings up. So I would make some tweaks every now and then, just, maybe change the title up, who knows, maybe change the photos up, who knows, maybe change the cover photo, really basic things. And I remember noticing, like, sometimes, quite often, reservations would come in within 2 hours, sometimes within 30 minutes, like right away. I made a change, got a reservation. It didn't take this to happen too many times for me to realize, wait a minute, something's going on here. It seems so obvious now, but at the time there wasn't such a thing. But when you think about it, the search is just like Amazon search, it's just like eBay search, it's just like Google search, though it's different. But it's grown from there. After that company, I worked at that Airbnb property management company for a year. After that is when I started doing these listing optimizations, what I call them. People are actually searching for that now on Google. At the time, they weren't searching for Airbnb listing optimizations. So I had to get clients through blog posts, through partners, those smart locks, those digital guidebooks, those smart pricing tools. And the report's grown since then. I've added some services, I've added some auxiliary services, but the report is designed, it's kind of, you can think of it, it's designed to be an investment. It's designed to be like a short-term fix. I optimize your online listing to help you rank high in search. And about 80% of the people who pay me, that happens and they get their money back plus a lot. Sometimes they get their money back. Sometimes they get like 10 times their money back. Some cases they don't get any money back, but they still have an optimized listing, and they kind of start getting in the mindset and realize the changes I've made and why I've changed. These are the good hosts, why I've made the changes, and they can leverage their own business through this way.
Yeah, I totally agree. A little couple tweaks in there, it makes the whole difference, right? Like I say that there's some people that they are like, okay, I have my house, I put it in the Airbnb, I took pictures with my phone, and I'm good to go. 2 weeks later, they are just getting tumbleweeds and crickets because they're like, I don't know what happened. And like you said, just one little tweak and it changed the whole game, right? Now,
yeah, because most listings are average. So if you were to just change the title or the photos or the text, the 3 big ones, then yeah, if you just do that, you're putting yourself above the competition already.
Yeah. It's like a little, we know, we are like, dude, it's so easy on Airbnb because you're competing against rookies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once that you know what's going on, then you're like, okay, this is a piece of cake. But that's the trick, to know what is the good thing. Now, tell me, Mr. Daniel, what are the top 5 areas that someone should concentrate on their Airbnb that you can give them an advice?
The top 5 areas. Okay, so clarify though for me. Are we talking about the online listing or the overall hosting?
Let's put it the overall hosting.
Okay. So the 3, I'm going to stick with the 3 I already mentioned, but I'll go into a little detail. And I'll kind of tell you how I differ from other industry experts. So photos. The number of photos, you should keep that as few as possible. Now, you should keep that as few as possible because the guest isn't getting through more than 20, 30 maybe max. Look at a heat map on a website, and it goes from 100% people see up here to like 80, 70, 60, 50, 40. Like it drops really drastically. People's attention spans are short. That's my one big tip there. The title should be used to tell the guest what they're getting. Some people disagree with me about this, but my views and my occupancy speak for itself. And me as a guest, I was telling you offline before this live about my trip to Not Drunk. Mm-hmm. This trip actually inspired me to make an Airbnb title generator. The reason why is because when I was searching, there's a bunch of high rises, like nice high rises. They're all modern buildings. They all have, it's all a photo, professional photo of a bed with a ocean view, a balcony. It's all the same photo. They're all professional. So I said, well, all right, how do I decide? Because it's just a week trip. I'm not going to spend 30 minutes like I usually do, really digging through the listing. So I'm going to go on the photo and the title. So I look at the title and I say, all right, let's see what we got in the title. And all the titles are just like, deluxe king bed, ocean view, like, just nothing at all.
Yeah.
So in my titles, what I'm going to do is, if I was in this situation, I'm going to say like, penthouse or 27th floor, newest building, things like this that separate me from my immediate competition. But in a more general sense, you're just going to say any of your amenities, the most valuable amenities to your future potential guests. If you're in a big city like Mexico City, your parking is probably a pretty sellable feature. You'd want to advertise that in your title. And by the way, about this tool, it can be found if you just type in optimizemybnb.com/Airbnb-title-generator. That one, you answer some questions and then it gives you a title based on my strategy. But I want to make clear that don't just listen to someone and then say, okay, good. Like have someone's words just influence you 100%. Internalize it, figure it out, see if it works for you, and customize it as you wish. Yeah. The third one is the text. What does everyone do? You'll notice that my trend is what does everyone do? And then what Danny does. So what everyone does is they have these big block texts, just, a block piece of text that no one reads. Or if they read it, it's the first sentence. What do? I put in bullet points. What are you getting? What are you getting? Are you getting that parking? You have a rooftop balcony? Do you have heated floors? You have king beds? You got soft and firm pillows? You got a full kitchen? Anything can go there depending on how luxurious your space is. If you're just a basic space, even things like self check-in, flexible check-in and checkout, smart TV. These are still things you should put in there. So number 4, let's move over to the host experience. Always you should be thinking about how can I improve the guest experience? If you don't think about that, I'm going to hear from you in 6 months when you say, hey, I signed up for Airbnb. I was doing great. I might even have good reviews, but all of a sudden I don't have any reservations.
Crickets.
And yeah, I'm sure you've heard that a bunch. What's happening is a little trick Airbnb has played on Airbnb hosts. They've added something in the review process that's blind from the host. And that is you give a rating and then they give you 5 options. Hey, did this exceed your expectations? Was this like just slightly above your expectations, meet expectations, below expectations, way below expectations?
No.
The host doesn't see that, but that matters, in my opinion, more than the star ranking because everyone gives a 5-star.
Yeah.
So how are you going to get that beat or really exceed expectations? You're going to get that through providing a good guest experience when the guest is on site. I see you nodding your head, so good. We won't have an argument on this point.
No. Yeah. I agree. Having that personal touch.
This one's pretty straightforward. So one of the things you can do. What's that?
Having that personal touch, it opens the doors a lot.
Yeah. So you touched on a personal touch. So that's what I call a surprise and delight. It's something when the guest arrives to the space, they're going to be surprised and or delighted by something that you've done. In a hotel, it would be like a chocolate on the pillow. You're not going to advertise this. You're not going to advertise, hey, every booking comes with a piece of chocolate. It's just like in Airbnbs. You're not going to advertise that, you have the fluffiest towels around. No, the guest is going to be surprised by that when they arrive. The other thing I've just been doing recently, I'm creating for my listings, is I'm creating a semi-custom itinerary for a guest. Ooh. I've got it's going to be like beautifully designed, 1 page, limit the text, but it's just going to make a suggestion per day. Some are at night, some are at daytime. I'm going to make 7 of them, and they're just going to be sent based on the average reservation is 3.5 days. So if you have 1 to 7 days reservation, I'm going to send it to you. It's going to seem extra custom to the guest because, oh, I'm here for 3 days. He sent me a 3-day itinerary. Wow, it's custom. But what I'm really doing is recycling these. But as an insider, I know what's good and what's not in the city. And I think that your experience, if you were my guest, is going to affect my review. So I'm going to try and give you the best experience in my city. And regardless of that, if I live in the city that I love, I want you to have a good experience anyway. So you go and tell everyone else how awesome my city is.
Exactly, exactly. You take care of them, and then they are the ones who take care of you by telling to all their friends about that, correct?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
like
Yeah.
that. Okay, so I share down in the comments the link so you guys can go and check out about the title generator. It's over there, so everybody can let us know what's up with this title generator.
The it's really simple, to be honest. Actually, I should have done this a long time ago, but yeah, are you asking your community for feedback? I
See,
would love
like
that.
I already put the link, so anyone who watched this video, they're gonna be able to use it. Let it know what's up.
Yeah, yeah, please do. I'm thinking about adding comments just directly in there, but yeah, send me your feedback. There's some tweaks I'm still making, but I would love to hear your.
Hello, hello. There you are. You are back. You are back.
Yeah.
Excellent. So now, Daniel, let us know. You were telling me about your new website that you are building.
So about a year ago, little less than a year ago, I shut down my business for 3 months.
Okay.
Because I had to change, I had Airbnb in my name. I had to change that. I had to change a lot of the branding and colors and my logo and whatnot. So I just shut down for 3 months. In this 3-month time, I decided to start up kind of a personal brand. It's a blog. I write a lot. I just post a blog there. I write about random things, mostly fitness. I'm going to post something on, investing for beginners. I just posted an article, dating related article, fitness, lifestyle, travels. And I got some YouTube videos on there. I got every place I go for a week, I have one section on there which tells you my thoughts of the country and the prices. So
Okay.
20 different prices that I keep track of. I got my bucket list on there, my story, and then my bookshelf, my digital bookshelf, all the books I've ever read or written. And it's at dannyboo.com. I'm very proud of it. It's my baby. But if you were curious about my
Danny Boo Boo?
Yeah, DANNYBOOBOO.
Okay. .com.
DannyBooBoo.com. Yeah, that's not really Airbnb related. That's if you wanted to know more about me on a personal basis. But it is quite personal. I hide nothing there. You will get very intimate with me if you read a few articles.
Excellent. Perfect. Because I was gonna ask you, so if the audience and our friends want to know more about you, where they can contact you, where they can find you. So that would be one area, correct?
That's like the main area. Yeah, and then from there you can find Instagram, email, YouTube, Facebook, all that stuff.
Good. I just shared there down in the comments. People now have their link. Well, your link for Optimize My Airbnb, also the tool, the title generator, and now I just share also your website, Mr. Danny Boo Boo. Why the Boo Boo?
Excelente. Muchísimas gracias.
No, my friend, no problema. Now, something that you would like to give, a final words of wisdom that you would like to pass to all the audience and the future people who watch this video?
Yeah, definitely. So the best thing, if you're thinking right now, I'm assuming you're even if you're not an existing Airbnb host, but I've been doing this for 6 years. I've been doing it from the property management side, from the employee side, from the guest side, from the host side. And so I've got a lot of perspective. And there's one thing that separates the best Airbnb host from the worst or the average. And keep in mind, if you're one of those people thinking, oh, the competition has gotten so hard in this city, what do I do? Well, you're an average host because there's winners in every market. The winners don't really feel it as much as the average folks do. They don't feel this constant price going down in price, this price compression. So the one thing that separates them is the mindset. Most of your listeners, I'm guessing, have a 9-to-5 job, traditional job. They might be bankers, they might be, fitness instructors, they might be school teachers. But if you're an Airbnb host, you have to get out of that mindset and put yourself into you're now an entrepreneur, a business owner. You're part of customer service. You're part of marketing. So you have to think about how you can continually improve the business. Think about the next 6 months. Don't think about, oh, I got some reservations today for the next month, I'm good. The reservations just keep rolling in. Any big company, they didn't ever do that. They've always thought 6, 9 months down the road, how can we improve? How can we get better? How can we get better? How can we get better? That's why when someone reached out to me the other day and he said on my website chat, he said, hey man, I'm going to be your new competition. And I said, finally, because no one directly does what I do. No one. There used to be someone, he doesn't do it anymore. So I was happy. I was receptive. I said, hey, come on in, because I know I'm the best in the world at Airbnb. So I'm not scared of competition. In fact, it's a bit scary that I don't have any competition. That's the kind of mindset I want you to have.
See, no, I agree. I am totally there with you. Like something that I also teach on my course or my coaches is that it's not just your house and your listing of Airbnb, right? You're setting up a business, a short-term rental business. So any business, like you just said, marketing, plannings in the future, everything, mailing lists, like there's a lot of people that they rather to lower their prices just to get more bookings. And it's like, no, it doesn't work like that, right? It's just like, I mean, think about it. What, Coke, he's gonna drop the price of Coke just to make more business? I don't think so, right? They have that vision of the future. They plan a marketing. So, but bueno. Excelente, Mr.
That's
Daniel.
A strategy to bankruptcy for them.
Sí, no. No. Bueno, pues, Mr. Daniel, we have arrived officially to the end of our time. Anything that you would like to add at the end to close this one? Let us know.
Hey, thanks for having me. If I've been well receptive with your community, which I hope I have, I hope you'll invite me back for a future episode. And I'm looking forward to the Airbnb IPO this year. Do you think it'll happen?
See, I know. Everybody's excited about that. I believe that it will happen for sure. And even I have friends.
Even with the coronavirus and all this stuff,
even with the coronavirus, the shootings in California, trust me, they're gonna go up. Like it's just any business has that kind of
the presidential elections
and everything. No problem. This is the thing. In all this time, and for example, you that work for Airbnb, have you seen them going down in any moment? Because I don't.
No.
So far, they have been just going.
There's one article I wrote on my Danny Boo Boo, my personal blog. It's my perspective at how much Airbnb is actually valued at. On the books, they're valued at $37 billion. My article, I believe they're valued at $140 billion. And I go through in this article why that is. And I compare them to Facebook and Uber and a couple other things. I look at statistics, public.
Chips, it makes sense.
And yeah.
There we go. Excelente. Bueno, Daniel, no, trust me, this is not going to be the last time. For sure, we will bring you more. Keep us posted with the new tools that you're doing, all your adventures, and hey, enjoy that beach travel. When are you going to the beach?
Okay, thank you so much. Friday. Today's Tuesday for me. Oh, Tuesday for you as well. Today's Tuesday night for me.
You are about to jump into the future, but I'm still on Tuesday. Bueno, pues Danny, thank you very much for this opportunity. It was really nice meeting you here online. This is not going to be the last time. Trust me, we will make more good stuff. And in the meantime, well, guys, you know that you're not making money with short-term rentals and Airbnb. You're not even making sense. See you later, Mr. Daniel.
Okay.